Serge, an easy-peasy person from Easy Peasy Island in the middle of the terrific ocean, by Roger Hargreaves and Gray Joliffe. If you have a chance to visit Easy Peasy Island, there is someone you'd ought to meet. His name is Serge, the Easy Peasy meerkat. He lives in a house known as Mongoose Cottage, which is located in the Easy Peasy Serengeti, where, need I remind you, there's simply no spaghetti, on Easy Peasy Island in the middle of the terrific ocean. You know how meerkats like to go around and be on the lookout for something? Well, what if I told you that Serge was absolutely careless? Or was he carefree? Either way, he didn't care about life. And that's just the way he liked it. Or, if you prefer, the way he loves it. Sure, his good friends Sadaka Snout, the Easy Peasy Warthog, and Maliki Mane, the Easy Peasy Lion Cub, enjoyed his company. But even so, they always valued him. Everyone else in Easy Peasy Island kept on warning him, "Be careful, Serge, you might slip up one day."
"Nothing to it," replied Serge. "It's like I always say, Hakuna Matata, and I'm sure you all know what that means, don't you?"
"Don't we know it?" they murmured. And because of his careless nature, he always went around Easy Peasy Island like a hurricane. Meerkats are known for being very quick, after all. Even if he did trip up, he always picked himself up again. Of course, Maliki Mane just had to butt in and say, "It's high time you ought to look where you're going, Serge. One day you might need to watch your step."
"Nonsense,"
scoffed Serge.
"I don't have any fears." "Oh, but we do,"
murmured Sadaka Snout. Serge continued to run around aimlessly with wild abandon. He ended up bumping into Paul Pong, the Easy Peasy skunk. Paul nearly jumped out of his skunk skin and let off a foul-smelling emission. "Wow! What was that?" he gasped. And then he saw Serge holding his nose.
"Oh, yuck! What a pong! It makes me gag!"
spluttered Serge.
"Sorry, Serge,"
apologized Paul.
"I didn't see you there. I thought it was someone else."
Then he added,
"I was wondering, how come you have such a carefree life?" "Because people who don't worry about everything have the best lives ever," replied Serge. "You should try it," he added.
Paul looked concerned.
"I don't know about that,"
he thought.
"I like being filthy, but cleanliness comes before, well, I'm sure it comes before something, but that's not the point. The point is you need to be on the lookout for anything."
Serge looked at Paul and said,
"I would, but then that would slow me down, but I must be on my way now."
And off he went, leaving Paul feeling stumped on how to respond. In the end, Paul shrugged his shoulders and went on his merry way. It was then that Serge bumped into Mayor Tom Trudge, the Easy Peasy Tortoise Mayor. Tom was knocked over backwards onto his shell, spinning round like a CD in a CD player, and that's turbo fast. "Wow! Help!" wailed Tom.
"Whoops!"
exclaimed Serge as he helped him to his feet. Tom gave Serge a look of concern. "I need to warn you, sonny Serge," he said sternly. "Well, you gotta watch where you're going. Look before you leap and keep out of any sticky situation, or your recklessness will come back to haunt you." Serge thought about it and said,
"Oh, what the heck, I guess so."
"That's the spirit, young Serge," said Tom. "You see, when you get to my age, you have to take it all steadily. No rush and no fuss. That's what you do at age 160. And he went on and on and on about his age. Serge decided to slyly slip away, but he did keep Mayor Tom Trudge's words in mind. "Hey, what's he on about?"
Maybe he's right,
thought Serge.
Maybe I really should watch my tread. Or maybe I'll step on something that I won't like.
He was so busy walking home to his house and feeling deep in thought that he didn't notice someone. Someone who should be the last easy peasy person anyone would ever wish to meet. And this easy peasy person is mostly orange, wears a black jumper, yellow trousers, has wings, antennae that curl up like demon horns, has glowing red eyes, has fangs, the sharpest, pointiest stinger known to the human race, and did I mention the most terrifying voice which when heard makes you quiver and tremble in fear? That is what best describes Cerberus Sting, the easy peasy hornet. The very horrifying easy peasy hornet, and how scary he was! He glared fiercely at Serge Search with those glowing red eyes of his and spoke to him severely.
So you think it's okay to go around aimlessly and bump into everyone and everything?
He bellowed. Serge was mortified.
I can explain,
he began. Cerberus wasn't going to have any of this, and he thundered out,
Well, let me tell you something. You'd better sleep with one eye open, for tonight I'm gonna be watching over you. For if you don't watch out for me, I'm gonna sting you so hard you won't be able to get over the pain forever. And once you see my stinger, you won't want it!
Serge ran home to Mongoose Cottage, screaming in fear.
Humph,
scoffed Cerberus.
Like I never meet another easy peasy person in my life. I hate people.
And indeed, Serge did sleep with one eye open. In fact, he was too scared to sleep at all, should Cerberus pay him a visit that night. However, the following day, Sadaka Snout and Maliki May noticed a very different-looking Serge Search trudging up to them. "You look like you slept in a thorny bush," said Maliki.
I didn't, replied Serge. I got scared by Cerberus Sting, that easy peasy hornet.
How come he scared you? asked Sadaka Snout.
He said he would sting me if I was being careless. So I have decided to look out, not just for myself, but everyone else too. Especially you, my friends.
And you know something? Ever since that day, Serge Search is now more careful. He still loves to hang out with his good friends Maliki and Sadaka, but he knows now that it is stupid to goof off. For he knows that stinging glare of Cerberus Sting will come back to haunt him,